And thank you, Derek. We'll get you to root for a real basketball team at some point in time, but we appreciate you.
The way Duke's playing right now, I can't fault him.
Cooper what? No, I'm just kidding. And welcome everyone to episode 226 of the Mashup, the shortest bourbon conversation you're going to hear all week long. We are your hosts, Kenny, Anthony, and Steven. What's up, Kenny?
What up, Anthony? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing well. I am just enjoying a beautiful, we set a record today in the Bluegrass for a 135-year-old record. Hit 70 degrees on, what is this, February 3rd?
Yeah.
Second, third.
Someone said it's supposed to snow next week.
Yeah, it probably will.
Crazy.
Can't get too excited, but I say it all the time, and I'm going to say it again. The people that wonder why Kentucky is a great place to age bourbon, this is exactly why. Because think about what's going on. Every time we have a day like this, everyone's walking around going, oh, the weather's so beautiful. And I'm thinking, oh, that bourbon is going into expanding and contracting. But yeah, so I get excited about that kind of stuff. Other than that, I don't know. What you been up to, man?
Oh, man, just trying to get caught up on work. Diablo and work. It's been busy.
Yeah, you were, I think when we signed off the other week, you were getting ready to play some Diablo with your son.
Yeah. Yeah. It's been cool. Like I said, it's just, I like just, playing online with him because then you just get to talk to him. It's like,
Yeah. And so is this massive? Now, I'm an idiot. I don't really know. Is Diablo like massively multiplayer online game where you're just like shooting people up and stuff like that?
It is, I guess they call it a RPG or role-playing game or something. Yeah, you can play tons of people in a party.
All right.
So you can, we've had 5 or 6 people in a party before.
So you're doing this on PC or on PlayStation or what?
Xbox.
Is it PlayStation compatible too?
I believe so. A lot of people play it on PC.
Okay. I don't
have a PC.
I don't need something else to get involved with. I got hobbies, but I'm thinking about it.
I didn't put it on a PC on purpose because I would be at work and
just
turn my laptop on and like,
just
let me go there.
Oh, that'd be great. Well, one other newsworthy item, 2 newsworthy items I wanted to say before we get into the bottle. We could do some newsy stuff. The first one is, did you see the Kentucky Artisan Distillery is going to have like some kind of fill your own bottle thing for $30 tickets? Did you see that?
I did not.
It's like called the something social club. Like you're going to buy tickets, go to the Kentucky Artisan Distillery and fill your own bottle, but it says $30. I'm like, they're going to let you buy your ticket to fill a bottle for $30? Like that seems like it's going to be a loss for the distillery, but I don't know.
I didn't see the article. Maybe it's $30 to do it, and then it's the price of the bottle. Then the price of
the bottle, probably.
Gotta be.
That was interesting to me. And then the other interesting thing that came up today that I saw all over the social feeds, particularly in a bourbon social club, James LaCorey, I'll give him a little shout out, was the Eagle Rare 12-year.
Yeah.
Right? So we've speculated for a long time about glut, everything else, but maybe this is a sign that the glut is already here, right? Buffalo Trace releasing more product. Also now Eagle Rare 12-year. The most popular comment I saw was, I'd rather see them take the proof up and leave the age the same.
That is my exact 100% feeling on that.
Yeah. And I thought to myself too, I'm like, really, I worry about brands getting like lost in the mix or kind of eroded. And so like when I think of Buffalo Trace, I think of Weller 12. Saying Eagle 12 doesn't roll off the tongue, right? Eagle Rare is Eagle Rare and it's 10 years old. And it shouldn't be anything else. So I think 3 years ago, we were speculating they were going to drop the 10-year age statement off. And now they're going the other way. And I think, are they going to leave the 10-year in the lineup?
I'm sad. I have no idea.
So that would make no sense if you had a 10 and a 12. Could you really taste the difference between that oak, I guess?
Yeah. I mean, and it's be weird. Honestly, everything they do is pretty good overall.
Right.
So it'd be interesting to see how it tastes, profile-wise. But I'm in the camp of higher proof, Don't blow it out at 125, 130, right. But give me 100, 105,
right.
At least. Honestly, that's why, for me, I would want at least 110. That's why.
Right.
Usually, it means like a Russell's is about as low as proof if I typically want to go on a normal release on stuff.
Well, there you go.
I don't love a lot of the 100 proof bond releases or anything.
Right.
But you just kind of strip away too much flavor for me for most of those guys, unless these are aging solely on lower floor, so they're not adding much water to it. But I doubt that's the case. But
Yeah, you never know. They do love to age to taste at Buffalo Trace, and so maybe that's what they're doing. But Eagle 107, that flows off the tongue very nice. Not Weller 107, Eagle 107.
So now if you had Eagle Rare 12 year, what is a double Eagle Very Rare? Well, so how they're going to have double Eagle Very Rare at 20.
Oh, yeah.
And then what are they going to do after that?
It's going to be 24 now, because if it's going to be 12.
Double Eagle Very Rare Score. Well, score is 4 years, right? So let's say double Eagle Score Very Rare.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. See, we're figuring out the marketing for BT right now. But enough about those jokers. Kenny, our bottle for tonight, as I almost knocked some samples over here.
Right down the road from BT.
Right down the road from BT, right there in the Versailles, right there in Woodford County. We have the brand new Woodford Reserve double oaked bourbon. And we've covered this one before. We covered this in episode, I forgot, I think close to 100 there, somewhere in the 90s. We covered it, maybe 94. And that was actually when we had the big bopper on our podcast, Mr. Mossick. So I remember that was me, Steven, and Mossick talking about that. And anyway, you guys know this one. You've heard all about it. It's one of the most popular releases from Woodford. But real quickly, the specs on it. So it's a regular Woodford that is twice aged for up to an extra year, I think, in the secondary cask, something like that. It's twice barreled, and they say liquid profile, extra age, 90.4 proof, Kenny's favorite.
Boom.
Boom. 45.2 ABV, and this is a 2025 release, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, this came out after the new year. And the biggest thing that we're going to talk about as we get into this, and it's a short, is how much was this at the distillery, sir?
$199 or $199.99.
Yeah, $199.99 plus tax. And I remember the day it released because Jason Hale actually sent me a message and said, Woodford is up on the website, the double. And I'm like, finally, they've given us a bigger bottle, even though it's a 700 milliliter. I was like, this is the day I've been waiting for. I go to Woodford's website. I put 2 in the cart. After shipping and tax, $2.50 a bottle. I said, no, thank you. I immediately was like, that's too much for me. I didn't buy it. And then recently, a listener of ours, Josh from Chicago, he sent me a picture. He was out after dinner and went to Costco and found this for $173.99 at a Costco.
Dang.
So Costco's probably making $1 a bottle on it.
Yeah.
That's what Costco does. And so I think he picked it up. I don't know if he opened it or not, but I have only tasted this, I think, once. Did I taste this the other day? When did I taste this?
Oh, when we recorded with Jason.
That's what happened. Okay.
Yeah.
So, we have some shows that are going to be coming out with Arsenic Culture, Jason and Matt, and be on the lookout for those. We'll try to highlight them when they come out. But we did taste it then, and
last week.
Yeah, it was last week, and that was for a short, right?
Yeah,
that was one of
it was like a 2-minute short.
Yeah. So be on the lookout for that. I don't even remember what I said, to tell you the truth.
That's called an Anthony special.
I'll let that go, Kenny. I like it. I like that one. That's a good joke. All right, so in classic mashup fashion here, we couldn't just review this bottle on its own, Kenny. What have you done for us here?
Well, I do want to say real quick,
Yes.
I got that bottle thanks to local bourbon buddy, Derek.
Okay.
He's a dookie, so I won't hold that against him. But
what?
Yeah, you know, Derek. I don't say his last name. Just in
I know.
case.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, but thanks. He went out there, got an extra one. Hooked me up, man. So I got it at retail. But I will say, retail on this is about $107 plus tax for a 375.
Right.
Because they've historically done the 375s.
And last year was 70?
Last year was it 79?
I think it was 70 only. I think it was $69.99 last
It was
year.
No, I think it went up to 79.
I think it was 79. Okay.
Yeah, because it was 59 a couple years ago when I went out and got them myself.
Gotcha.
And the 59 jumped up $20 to 79.
Oh, okay.
So now 79's jumped to 107 if they still did it based on, if you're looking at what it would cost for a 375.
Right.
So what I did tonight, is I've only tasted this one time last week.
Right.
No idea. Didn't spend any time with it. Don't have anything memorized about, profiles or anything. So what we did though, due to the price increase, and I will say I would not have bought this, even though I got it at retail, if it were not for the podcast and wanting to review it.
Right.
And if it were not for the best of blinds for 2025.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So if this had been released in December of 2024, I still wouldn't have bought this.
There you go.
Because I'm only doing it for twofold, the blinds and this, because I just don't think for the money it can be worth it. But we'll find out shortly.
Right.
But what I did, Old Forester, 1910.
Okay.
Extra old.
Oh, so that's like the little
375
release from Old Forester, and that's extra aged Old Forester, right?
Yep. And it is 93 proof.
Okay.
So what we've done is we have not tasted this tonight at all.
Right.
But we have in front of us blinds. I poured Anthony's, he poured mine. Old Forester 1910 extra old and the Woodford double double. They both used to be $50-$60, and one of them is still $60, and the other one is ballooned up.
Right.
So,
And I believe this Old Forester is made almost exactly the same way, right? It's going to be a different mash bill, but it says that it's double barreled, right?
yeah,
so
it's double barreled, man.
Custom made for 7 wine. Master Old Batch extends the finishing period to 18 months,
Yep.
so it's similar to the way double
Well,
is made.
so regular 1910 is already double, but it's not as long a period. This
Right.
is just even a longer time.
So they're taking the already toasted, aged double 1910 and aging it again. So
Yeah.
similar to what Woodford's doing.
So I want to do a comparison on this without knowing which one is which.
Right.
So let's go ahead and nose and taste.
Okay. And thank you, Derek. We'll get you to root for a real basketball team at some point in time, but we appreciate you.
The way Duke's playing right now, I can't fault him.
Cooper, what? No, I'm just kidding. Best player in the country, right? One of them. Yeah, Kenny's got his tongue tied over there. He wants to say some bad stuff. All right, so left glass, right glass. We poured each other's blinds, so we're not sure who's got what here. So
On my nose, I like my left nose better.
I think I like my right nose better.
And I tasted the right, I'm going to taste the left. And notice I said that I like my left nose better, but I tasted the right first.
Okay.
I think we talked about that before. If I'm like doing a barrel pick or doing blinds and stuff like that, if I'm trying to pick first, second, third, or whatever my favorite nose is, I usually drink that last, because if it's my favorite nose, then I go in for a taste. It's like, for some reason, I want to think, it's just, oh, there it is. So like that's my favorite. So I usually drink my favorite nose last.
Wow, whichever one that was that I just drank, the oak was very oaky. Not as desserty as I thought it would be.
My favorite nose is
Yeah.
also my favorite palate
Favorite nose is favorite palate?
for me.
Which one isn't? No, I can't ask you then because I know what they are, but I don't know what mine are.
You don't know what yours are, though. Left is my favorite.
Left is your favorite?
I'm going to go back in for a second drink, but first drink only.
Okay. These are almost identical in color, too.
It's
Which
like
is
they're owned by
crazy.
the same parent company.
I know.
Oh.
Imagine that.
Imagine. I hope 1910 wins because it's less expensive and a little bit higher proof.
Yeah. This is kind of like a dead heat. I got to go back to the other one. They both have very similar flavors, don't you think?
One to me is way more desserty.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. This is tough. This might be the toughest thing to put these in a blind.
I did go back. Like I said, I just drank them both pretty quickly first. I went back, and the right glass that I didn't like as good. I drink it, and I'm letting it sit longer. Actually, long finish. So
Yeah, it's got, I feel like, a oakier backbone, maybe, if we're talking about
I
the
think it
same
is
one, and
oakier,
longer finish.
then I'll go back to the left one now.
The other one's more sweet. Okay, I think I got my winner, but I like them both for different reasons.
Man, that left glass, that initial sweet dessert pop to it, but then also it kind of like dips down, then it comes back up, and it comes back again like 5, 6, 7 seconds later. That mid hits hard. Yeah, I'm a team left glass all the way on this one.
Team left.
Like when I say it's not, like, to me it's it's not close as far as picking first, second place for me. But if I were like to score them on a ranking, it's not too far. Like scores, like true scores, it isn't too far apart. But if I'm as far as picking first place, second place, it's not like I'm a toss up over here by any means at all.
Okay.
Like there's a clear first place, but if I were to score them, I mean, honestly, one might get just whether if one gets a 7, the other's getting a 6. It's not like it's 8 and a 5 or something. So they are close, but I would say point and a half, point and a quarter difference.
In classic fashion, I had to take a picture again because I always forget what I pour you. But
Gotcha.
I actually, in my glasses as well, I'm a left glass person, but I don't know if we're the same pour or not. But I think
Gotcha.
left was a little bit more delicate, a little more butterscotch forward. Right was a heavier oak backbone, very good, but also darker. And like if you're craving a little bit more out of it, I think it did have a longer finish. But I still think I liked the glass left better. So
Okay.
I'd be interested to see what do you want to reveal mine first, or do you want me to reveal?
Yeah. Your left is the Woodford double oak,
Okay.
and your right is the old Forester 1910 extra old.
Okay. So drum roll, Kenny, are you nervous at all? What do you think is which? 'Cause I had no idea.
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, As if I were to guess, I'm guessing that my left glass that I like the most, I'm guessing is the 1910.
Okay.
Because I drink regular 1910
Right.
every time before we drink. I've not had the extra old in literally over a year, but my guess is that the left is the 1910. But and if I'm wrong, that's cool because, like I said, they're only about a point and a quarter difference. And if you're talking a $60 bottle, oh, is it?
I'm showing a picture. Yeah, it is the Woodford.
So the Woodford, okay.
The Woodford, you picked the Woodford.
Yeah, so
I did too.
All right, so the Woodford definitely is better.
Yep.
Now you got to decide, is it $60 versus $107?
See, that's a tough thing because I feel like it isn't. I feel like
that's what I said. They're point and a quarter difference.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I think so. I think they're too similar for that price difference.
Dude, clearly first place for me.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, that's wild.
After I went back to it, that's the thing that I picked out was, like you said, we both kind of acknowledge at times we like sweet bourbon, sometimes we like flavor ride bourbon, whatever it might be. But this double oak this year, even though it is in a larger vessel and costs considerably more money, is very tasty.
That's actually good.
Yeah, it's very tasty.
I was thinking that was the 1910 extra.
Right.
That's wild.
It is. And it's funny because I know that these are not the same mash bill, right? Old Forester and Woodford, I don't believe, are the same mash bill. But even with that in mind, it is interesting how the Old Forester actually is a little bit darker, more, I would say even a little bit more complex maybe, and has a little more oak on the backbone, a longer finish. But up front, I just like the Woodford better.
I just went back again. Yeah, I mean, I said on first sip, I like the left glass a lot more than the right. But second sip, like I said, the right glass, that finish really hung and long time, a little oakier and hung out.
Absolutely.
But I am still team left on this, which is the Woodford.
Okay, so now's the $1 million question, Kenny. Would you pass, try, or buy on this Woodford Reserve double oaked 2025 release at $200 plus tax? I think that's what, $212 in Kentucky.
Yeah. Since it's $200 for a 700, I'm gonna have to go try. I cannot be a buy at that price.
Right.
But I would say try.
You know, I'm going to make it really easy on our listeners and just say I'm also a try. I can't be a pass because I do think it's really good and tasty whiskey. On the other hand, if you go back to our old episode, we listened to it, we all said that we were going to be buys, I believe. I can't remember what Mossick said he would be, but I know I definitely said buy. And I think Steven may have as well. But that was when it was $60 for a 375. Yeah, and I was thinking when they bring out a $750 or $700, if it's $120, if this bottle's $120, buy all day.
Right.
But since it's more expensive, I'm definitely not going to ever pay whatever the secondary was ridiculous on this when it came out. Right? It wasn't like $350, $400. It's settled down now. But
regular
first bottles that roll off. Ooh.
Regular 375s on secondary, local's been 120, natty 150, 160. So based on that, this is less expensive, but I couldn't pay any of those prices. There's no way I would pay 120 even for a 375 of that. So
you said 120 or 150. I saw a guy that paid 160 for a 2021, I think, double 375 just the other day, and I was like, dang, that's a lot of money. And I thought that's how they got to this price point, because I know everyone, let's just call it what it is. For years and years, I've said this might be hands down Woodford's best release every single year after year, the thing that people look forward to, the thing they stormed the distillery for. And I think that Brown-Forman took full advantage of that. They were like, you know what? We're going to put this everywhere we can in every single marketplace, produce the heck out of it, give the people what they want, and they're going to pay a premium. So even then, if you're out there and you see this somewhere and you're like, I've never seen an allocated bottle and this is as close as I can get to it, I mean, you might feel compelled to buy it, but,
I would just be a trial.
Yeah, me too.
Boom.
And with that, thanks for listening to this episode. Please like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter at The Mashup KY.
Don't forget to visit our partner, bourbonoutfitter.com. Enter code The Mashup for a special discount.
Also,
head on over to our partner, the Woodwork Collective, at woodworkcollective.shop. Enter code MASHUP for a 15% discount.
Also, let us know your thoughts on the bottom in the comment section. Until next time, keep it new.